Okay, just got back from the Palafox Market in downtown Pensacola, and I wanted to go ahead and share my haul with you. I do want to preface this by saying I know many of you know me as a frugal person who saves and things like that, but what I don't think a lot of people know about me is I am actually a recovering hoarder and shopaholic, all triggered from some items in my childhood. But I am healing my childhood and I am finding a new balance between living fully as well as protecting my financial future. So, I do want to preface all this to say that I do have a budget for solo dates slash just like my own individualized spending that I have set aside from times that I have decided not to buy. I go ahead and move that money into a savings account. So that way, when there are things that I do want, I have permission to be able to go and do those things. So let me show you the first thing I got. Oh, those are the cords. Okay, so I got this for my home. I am obsessed with turtles. So it just made me feel really good. And I want to put this up either in my office or one of my bathrooms or by my bedside. I haven't decided yet, but I already have a plan of what I want to do with this painting. And so one of the local vendors. Next, because I'm a foodie at heart, I've got some sauces and spices from Southern Blaze Barbecue. Got a kind of a blazing inferno. This is spicy. It's so good, you guys. And then this one is the sweet heat. They kind of put that on some potatoes and it was really good. The heat really built. And then I went to Michaela Group LLC. And they have these cute little pendants. So we've got a little pineapple. So my degree's in hospitality, so I love the pineapple. And then the second one, it's like a nautical. And look, there's a turtle. I was really grabbing it for the anchor and the pearl, but I love this turtle. And I love the color combination. I thought that was super cute. Do I even have a pendant to wear it with? I do not, but I did realize he did add them to the bag, so I didn't realize that I was going to have to use one of the chains I already had. So that's that. And then next, I love this little packaging. This is so adorable. These earrings caught my eye. They're a little dangly. I was always like a silver girl. I never thought, like, I know gold looks good on me, but look, I'm wearing gold right now. I can't believe it. These are from a consignment shop, $3. I saw these and I was like, I have to have it. And I guess the balance is like sometimes I get like self-sacrificial to the point where I'm not putting my needs first. And so like I'll scrimp and save and do things for my business and my family and my community, but I don't pour into my own cup. And I think post-surgery, I just decided when my eyes opened after the anesthesia, I was like, I'm going to live fully. I'm not going to put things on hold that I want to do. I'm going to do the things off my bucket list. I'm going to save the money I want in my retirement account. I'm going to, if I see something I like, if I have the money set aside, buy it. If I don't, I'm going to save up. And sometimes when I save up to buy the item, I don't want it anymore. So that's the other thing. I just let myself have it because there's so much sacrifice in going without and being frugal and all those decisions every day. Like every day, I'll have days, weeks, months, spend $0. And then obviously there's like things that are already budgeted, like my mortgage and light bills, things like that. So that is budgeted items. But I just mean like discretionary spending. So I don't do really any of that. So today I was just like, let me just go to the Palafox Market. I kept telling myself, I don't have money. I don't have money. And then I go to the account and there's money. And I was like, oh my gosh, how did I forget this was here? So I think that's what I do, is I like trick myself and think I don't have money. And then I discover I did have money in an envelope or somewhere. Okay, so this strawberries, I was going to devour them as I was walking, and then I forgot that I bought them. So I'm glad I came straight home. So I will be eating these farm fresh strawberries. And then I've got like a little bushel of cucumbers. I definitely want to have some like cucumber water, have more healthy snacks and things like that. So there's that. And put that back in my bag because, you know, in my life, I'll spill strawberry juice in my office. And if you don't know this, red is like the hardest stain to get up. And then I stopped by this one booth, and obviously you'll see a trend here because I'm such a foodie. They had this olive oil tasting, and it's extra virgin olive oil from Italy. I tried the normal one, and I tried the pepper one. The pepper one was really spicy, and I liked it, but I felt like it was a really big bottle for just me. And since I also cook for my spouse and friends and things like that, I figured just so that I don't make the food too spicy, I just wanted to have the olive oil. And so I do like to have things on my list if I'm going to spend money. So this will be for a date night. So instead of eating out, I now have this olive oil that I can cook food I already have. That, you know, meats that I could just thaw out from my freezer. And then pasta, which this has 6 grams of protein. I looked at the back, it's USDA organic. And I love putting on my Italian music and my, you know, pouring myself a glass of wine as I'm making like dinner for my spouse. And he's like on a bulking journey right now with his workouts. So, you know, we eat a lot of like pastas and salads and things like that. So this was more of like a grocery item. So this was grocery, and then this is grocery, and then the strawberries and the cucumbers is groceries. So really, that's really food. I've already devoured the it was like Sri Lankan. It was like a Sri Lankan kind of pate thing. I already devoured that. It was so spicy. It was so good. Like I said, I like spicy food, but I do cook for people that they don't always want their food as spicy like that. So I don't blame them. I do not blame them. Sometimes it's too hot, and I have eaten through tears of making something too spicy, but it was so good that you're like hurting yourself because it's so good, but it's also so spicy. So I will definitely make sure not to be super heavy-handed, and I will be using these flavors for breakfasts, lunches, dinners, dipping sauce, things like that. So like I said, I'm in a use it up challenge right now. So I did have my grocery list in the back of my mind. So I do have like a list of things that I do have that we run out of, and then I wait till I've used it up all up, and then I add it to that list. So when I do grocery shop, it's more of like a fill-in. Let me see what else. So this bag is empty. Okay, and I think these are like personal care items. Oh no, more food. Okay, I am a foodie at heart. So this is, let's see, 8 signature blends, kind of like a coastal seasoning blend. So I have like Old Dauphin Way, Dauphin Island, Dog River, Joe Cane. So this is like a guy from Alabama. So I'm in Pensacola in the Panhandle. So Alabama is like 30 minutes to, well, actually, it just depends on what part of Alabama, but it can be anywhere from 15 to 30 to 45 minutes away. I could be in Alabama. So he came to the Palafox Market. And so I have a couple of different spices, and I couldn't make up my mind. And I just decided I'm not going to choose and be cheap. I was like, I'm getting all the spices, and then I will just try them all and enjoy those. So, and then what's his name? He's so sweet. He has a YouTube channel, of course, on the spot. I was subscribing with YouTube. I was subscribing to his Facebook and his Instagram. I was following him. I was like, we are in this together. Small business owners unite. But he gave me these recipe cards to go with my spices. So I've got grilled redfish, homemade ranch dip, Mobile Bay dipping sauce. Oh, by Ashley Rains. Oh, my name's Ashley too. That's sweet. Citrus and ginger slaw. A potato salad. And a crab dip recipe. So he gave me all that. And his business is called Playhouse Spices. So check him out. PlayhouseSpices.com. Tell him Ashley sent you. The girl from the Palafox Market. So yeah, he's so sweet. Oh, and there's a little passport. Look at that. That's so adorable. So Amazon.com. You can find him on Amazon. So I'll probably go through this, and then if I don't see him at the market, I'll just order from Amazon so it could just be sent to my house. And then my old friend, I ran into my old friend. They own the C&D Mill. I was just at Publix the other day. This is so bad. I wanted to get some grits. But the thing is, so these are sun-dried tomato grits. The thing is, they're not really non-dairy grits. Like, they are. Okay, let me say this again. When you turn the box over, there's usually like butter or some cheese or something ingredient. And so we are a dairy-free household. I'm dairy sensitive. Andrew's allergic. Okay, I'm not going to tell his business. I'm so sorry. Back to what I was talking about. So C&D Mill, I knew them, or the wife, from UWF. I think I was a student. And then they had started at the Palafox Market year after year. And I was like, hello, old friend, I haven't seen you. And please throw up a prayer for them. Unspoken, just thank you for supporting them. If you ever see them, get a sample. They have like the little cornmeal cakes. They have the hush puppies. And I told them, I was like, why is it that whenever I make it, it's not as good as yours? And they were like, you weren't holding your mouth right. And I was like, huh? And the people behind me were laughing. And I was just like, and then I said, what was that? Because I needed him to explain it to me. Because I like knowing the root of sayings and what they mean. So that way, if I ever use it or can apply that phrase in my life, I want to be able to say. But he was just like, you might have not done anything wrong. You just didn't hold your mouth right. It's basically when you want to say like there was nothing that you did wrong, but it's just like you didn't hold your mouth right. So that was just so cute and so wholesome. And I really enjoyed talking to everybody and talking to business owners and catching up with people. And it was just so nice. Like the sun, I had my sunglasses on, I had my sunscreen all over, and I was out there. It's Florida. It's a little warm. I was working up an appetite, working up like I need something to drink, which I was like perfect because there's plenty of vendors here. So grits. If you have not had the sun-dried tomato grits, you've got to have it. And the owner is C.W. and Dorothy Bruton. And I've known them for years, probably like 10 plus years, which is so crazy. It's been over 10 years since I've graduated from college, guys. I just can't even believe that. So I wanted grits. I was craving grits. But like I said, just coming full circle, I wasn't really finding some that were non-dairy. And so I like these because they're just basic. And I do not eat grits all the time, but when I have a craving, you just want to remember your childhood. You just want to remember your grandma and grandma's cooking. And sometimes you just got to go back to the basics. Okay, let's see. Let me see what else is going on in here. Oh, I love this candle wax melts. Guys, I don't even need any more. But when I smelt these Palafox Market ones, and I was at the Palafox Market, I knew I had to have these. It's terrible. I know I'm going to use it up challenge, and I know I already have candle wax melts. But this scent had me in a chokehold, guys. And the owner, so sweet. The owner was so sweet. Let me see if I have the card. Oh, I've got a couple cards here. Hannah Lang. Hannah, one, it was great talking with you, but you guys go support Hannah. And their company is called Pensacola Candle Company. I was looking at the candles, but I already, like I said, I already have candles. I already have wax melts, guys. But I was just like, this scent had me in a chokehold. I could not walk away. So I will be putting this, I'm going to get my candle wax holder set up here in a minute after I finish filming this video. But I'm definitely going to put these in today and while I'll clean my house as I'm waiting to go to a birthday party. So yes, Palafox Market, if you know, you know, got the scent at the Palafox Market. Go support my girl Hannah Lang. Hannah, shout out to you. www.pensacolacandleco.com, guys. I'm serious. So sweet. Oh, and I didn't mention who I got my painting from. That was from, what was that? Linda DeRoches Acrylic Paintings hand. Oh no, I'm so sorry. This card is from a wish list item that I was wanting to do. Because I was going to ask them if they can make me something special. But shout out to Linda. Linda, I'm going to call you. I love custom stuff. I went through like a phase of, if I'm going to spend money, I want it to be exactly how I want it. So that's where I used to get a lot of my custom made stuff, like earrings, things like that. I would get straight to the artist and say, I love this, but this is too much. I want to make it simpler. Or I love this. Can you design this for me by taking this out, adding this? And it changed my life because sometimes you like something, but because there's something you don't like about it, you don't buy it. So I've stopped like just letting that stop me, especially if there's an artist. I'll be like, I love this, but I value your art and I'm so thankful for you. But can I place an order where you do this and then take this part out for me? And then it would be great. And I had the connections, guys. It made me feel like I had the connections to get exactly what I wanted to complete my outfits. And I love that because it was made just for me. You know, how many people can say that when we go to stores that was made for me? Oh, two more things. This is the same store. Touch of Nature. Guys, when I smelt this, it was like a whipped sugar scrub. I smelt it. It smelled so good. The scent that I wanted was sold out in the size that I needed. Because once again, I do already have several other things that are similar, but it's not that scent. So I got the lavender, and the owner was super nice and sweet. Her name's Ariel Ashley. Okay, I'm gravitating towards all the Ashleys today. So this is the lavender, and then I am obsessed. I'm obsessed with this. It's a little soap holder. Because I have several bars of soap that I need to go through for this Use It Up challenge. And I always feel like when I put it in my bath area, it like falls off to the ground. And I feel like if I have something like this to sit it on, I don't know. Because the other ones I have like a closure so it collects water. But this goes through. So I know it's wood. I don't know if I'm going to put it in the shower or just have it by my sink in my bathroom, but I want to be able to have my cute soaps out and I want to use them. I'm tired of having stuff in boxes, not using it. That stops in 2026. It stops now. So yes. And she was like, do you want the light one or the dark one? And I was like, the dark one, please. The answer is always the dark one. I'm choosing dark. I don't know, but it was just really cute. Obviously, I think my finishes in my home are light. but I do have some finishes in my office that are dark wood. So I was just like, yes, yes. So that's my haul, guys. And now I'm like, I probably could go with and not spend money for the rest of the year now. This is so bad. Because I'm wore out. This is a lot of shopping for me. And going back to my previous point about being like a recovering hoarder and shopaholic. Long story short, I think in my childhood I had everything I needed, but I didn't have everything I wanted. So when I had my first job, which by the way, I got that and my mom told me no, I was not working. She wanted me to focus on school. Well, I went behind her back and got my first job, guys. It was at Dots. I don't know if anyone remember Dots. I don't even know if they're still here, but in Dots in South Florida, I was volunteering at the food kitchen, like thousands of hours, guys. And down the street from the bus stop, I passed the Dots every time I volunteered. And so I went in there one day and I think I asked them if they're hiring. And that was my first job, guys. I got a job behind my mother's back. Had a bus pass. Girl, I had a bus pass. I was on my way all over Broward County and Dade County with just a bus pass and a dream. It's really crazy the things that I did in my youth. But what I was trying to say is that I guess I was tired of like my mom saying no, 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 which no was my first word. So I guess she got me back, guys. But I was just tired of hearing no. And so that was my first taste of like, okay, I'm going to go get my own money. If I want something, I'm going to do it. And I did it like, okay. And I blew through my money, guys, blew through my money. And I just wish I could talk to my younger self like, girl, you have let too much money slip through your hands. And then basically went to college, had a whole bunch of scholarships that I got through applying for scholarships. Like I probably had over like $100,000 in scholarships from merit-based, a private scholarship that I acquired myself for asking for a scholarship for somebody else. And I got a scholarship, guys, $40,000. Thank you for that. You know who you are. But I got everything I ever wanted and I blew the money, and I do get upset with myself because when you had like hearing no for so long and then you get your money together and you just blow through it. And I definitely know now you can't buy friends. If you have to pay for a whole bunch of stuff for people, they're not your friends. And it took me a long time to learn that, but I was just so invested in people and I wanted to lift them up. And I've bailed people out of debt before. I've done things for people, and I've even bought so much money on myself, which, you know, money for self-care is like unlimited budget, but I just went too far. And that was a fun time in a season, but just finding that balance between the saver side, the spender side, because like the hoarding tendency, feeling all the space of the items around you, it feels like you have like a hug, like you're not alone. Like the inanimate objects have feelings and you feel like they're your friends, but inanimate objects are not your friend. And I wish I could have said that to myself. 25 plus years ago. But I now have processes. So I have all these items. They're going to go in their space. I'm going to discard the bags, recycle them, consolidate them, use them throughout, you know, my day-to-day. And I'm not going to buy any items like this until these items are used up. So that's how I like keep myself in control of like, okay, you splurged, you had your fun, you're feeling the highs, but now I like do feel myself crashing and coming down as I'm talking. But I'm sitting in that. I'm sitting in that feeling. I'm sitting in the excitement. But I'm also like, I kind of wish I had that money still. But I have these amazing items that I can eat, that I can smell, that I can look at. Like this painting. I'm going to have this painting until I give it away or donate it or something. I'm going to have this. So this is tangible. These are consumables. I'm going to run out of these things. And that is okay. And that is okay. And then obviously the jewelry, I'm going to wear them, or I'm going to be like, gift it to another friend if I'm just like, you know what, I like that, bought it. I can give it away. Or I can say, okay, I'm wearing this Sunday. What outfit can I build around this? Or that I already have. What can I barbecue? What can I saute, season up, cross between the meals, you know? So I'm super excited. I'm super excited about all these things that I have, and I don't have any regrets other than the money. But not having the money is okay because I was going to buy groceries anyways. So I've at least now supported local, gotten like actual items from where they say they're from. And I can trust the source of the food, and I can source the food. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, I just had a great day today. I didn't mean to take all this time talking about it, but it was a really great experience going to the Palafox Market and supporting locals. And I know that hopefully the business cards I gave out and the people I talked to, hopefully I could have been a light in their life. And hopefully I can have success in my business Monday when we open. So I actually have someone to call right now that called the Florida Man phone and left a voicemail with Andrew. So let me go get back to work, you know, the life of a business owner.